Hey again. If you remember my last video on the pre-trip walk around, I touched about leveling, how I use my blocks. And you know, there are all kinds of blocks, leveling blocks out there, and I guess the first question you ask is, well, why do I need to level the RV? Well, a couple reasons. Primarily, if you use propane in your refrigerator, it's got to be level to operate correctly. Now, if you're going down the road, you know, you get that vibration and movement and stuff, it's okay. You know, that's not going to affect it. But if you stopped and stationary for, you know, a couple hours, you're probably still fine. But overnight or any extended stay, you want to level your fridge to keep that system operating correctly. Secondly, it's a lot more comfortable inside if it's level. There are different types of leveling devices out there. You've got hydraulic and electric jacks. You just set up the cockpit, push a button, and jacks come down and level themselves out, and it's very fast, convenient, and easy. I had the hydraulic leveling jacks on my Class A when I had it. It was nice. But if you have those, again, in your pre-trip walk around, you want to make sure that those jacks are retracted and all the way up so they're not hanging down. You can get those jacks, automatic leveling jacks, on a Class C like this, but if you put them on, it's going to cost you an additional $2,500 to $5,000. So if you don't have that money to spend like I didn't, just get yourself some leveling jacks and put them on there. Or not leveling jacks. Get yourself some blocks and put them under there. You can get the little square blocks like Legos. They just kind of stack together. You can get the ones like I have. All right, there's the leveling blocks that I use. Tri-leveler. I've got 3. I need to get one more. You never want to put one rear tire up on a leveler. You want to use 2, one under each tire in the rear. So this way, with 3, I can level one side, 2 under the rear and 1 under the front, or I can put 2 under the front to level front to back if the front's down. But what I can't do is level the back up if the front's down. So I need to get me one more just to be safe. With 4, that way, you know, I'm good to go. Front, back, left, right. All right. You can get one that's called an elevator. It's kind of shaped like a half moon. You kind of drive up on it, and as you drive up on it, it kind of rotates and stuff. Or you can get some 4x6s or 6x4s or, you know, 8s or whatever, and build your own. You just cut them to length, cut a little 45 on them, stack them on top of each other, nail them down, and you're good to go. Now the problem with those is they're going to get a little heavy. They do make automatic leveler units, sending units that you can get. It's a little square unit about like this, and you mount it up under your counter somewhere. It's a remote sensor, if you will. Senses the level, and then it sends a signal off to your iPhone, and it'll tell you, you know, where you're level or not. Problem is, that thing cost $139. What I've done is I've got an app. There's an app for that, right? I've got an app, and I put it on my iPad. It's called Level Remote. There's a free version of it, and I started out with a free version. After using it, you know, several times, I really liked it. It was really good, so I went ahead and paid for the, you know, the upgrade or the pro version, and I think it was only $5. But the good thing about the pro version is you can actually enter your vehicle type, the wheelbase, and it will give you a better estimate of when you're level or not. And it'll actually tell you whether your left front, right rear, left rear, whatever, is up or down, and how many inches out of play it is. And I'll show you some pictures in a minute of that. But I like it, and I set it. I came in here just to check, put it in the fridge.
As you can see, I've got it sitting here in the fridge, inside the fridge, and it's showing the level.
on the shelf in the fridge and made sure it was level. Took it out, set it on the ground and on the floor in front of the fridge.
I'm now on the floor just outside the fridge, and you can see that it's level.
Yep, it was level. Put it on the kitchen sink. Yep, it was level.
Now on the counter, the kitchen counter, just over from the fridge, and it shows that I'm level.
And so brought it up here and I set it right on the floor in between the passenger and the driver's seat, right at the base of the coach here.
As you can see, I place it up here on the floor in the first part of the coach there, just behind the driver and passenger seat. And as you can see it beaming out there, it's getting a level signal. And again, I check the fridge, the floor outside the fridge, the counter by the sink, and up here, and they're all getting the same signal. So I know when I pull into a spot, I can just turn it on, place it right here in the floor, and then turn around from my seat and look at it. And if I'm getting a level there, the whole coach is level, my fridge is level, and I'm good to go. Here in the driver's seat, and all I have to do is turn around and look right back here on the floor. I place it on the floor, and so I can sit in the seat, look at it, see if I'm level or not, and go from there. And as you can see, it's beaming out the green circle there, so I am level. Okay.
And so now I can pull up to a unit, look at that, see which way I got to go, you know, move it a little bit, and then if I've got to actually stop and get out, it will tell me which tire needs the block and how high it's got to go. But with a little bit of practice, you can actually eyeball a level site usually. Just, you know, with a little bit of practice, you check it, and when I say level, you know, I couldn't find anything that says, well, you got to be within 1 degree or 2 degrees or 3 degrees. So I just took it upon myself to think, well, probably 2 degrees, around 2 degrees or less out of tilt, you're good to go. So that's that on my thoughts on leveling. And until later, fill out. Travel safe, be safe. Happy hunting. Fill out.